I genuinely think Motorola is becoming dangerous again. And no, I'm not talking about nostalgia. I'm talking about real flagship competition. Because after using the Motorola Edge 70 Pro for a while, I started realizing something. This phone doesn't feel like a company trying to catch up anymore. It feels like a company that finally figured out what people actually want. A clean experience, a beautiful display, strong battery life, reliable cameras, and a flagship-level smoothness. And most importantly, a phone that feels enjoyable to use every single day. The weird part? Almost nobody's talking about it. So today, I want to break down exactly what it's like to live with the Edge 70 Pro, from the first impression, all the way to the final buying decision. At only around 183 grams and roughly 7 millimeters thick. This thing feels incredibly light and slim in the hand. And after using it for long periods, gaming, scrolling, watching videos, replying to messages, that comfort becomes a real advantage. One-handed use feels natural. Extended sessions don't become tiring, and that changes the entire daily experience more than people expect. The design itself also feels more refined than previous Motorola phones. The textured rear finish adds grip while helping resist fingerprints. The curved edges blend smoothly into the frame, and the color choices give the phone personality without becoming flashy. There's a confidence to the design. It feels modern, premium, intentional. Even though the frame is technically plastic, Motorola somehow made it feel surprisingly solid. Honestly, if nobody told you, you'd probably assume it was aluminum. There's a USB-C port on the bottom edge and no jack for audio, a power button and volume rocker on the right edge, and, right out of reach on the left, the AI button. The Edge 70 Pro is IP68 and 69 protected against dust and water submersion, and is also compliant with the military 810H standard, but does not guarantee ruggedness or use in extreme conditions. And while certifications never guarantee invincibility, it does make the phone feel more trustworthy in real-world use. The display is probably the moment most people will say, okay, this is serious. Because the Edge 70 Pro features a massive 6.78-inch AMOLED panel that looks fantastic. Colors are vibrant, contrast is deep, black levels look rich, and the bezels are so slim that the phone almost feels like pure display from the front. Watching content on this thing feels immersive. I spent time rewatching darker scenes from shows like Game of Thrones, and honestly, this panel handled shadows surprisingly well. Details remain visible, highlights stay controlled, and everything feels sharp. Now combine that with a 144 Hz refresh rate, and the entire experience becomes incredibly smooth. Scrolling feels effortless, animations look fluid, gaming feels more responsive, and once you spend enough time with high refresh rates, going back to 120 Hz starts feeling ancient. Brightness is another huge strength. With peak brightness reaching 5200 nits levels, outdoor visibility is excellent. Using the phone under direct sunlight never felt like a struggle. That matters far more than spec sheets suggest, because great displays are judged outside and not in studio lighting. Stereo speakers are also included here. They get loud, very loud. At higher volumes, sound quality becomes flatter. But realistically, most people will never need maximum volume anyway. For YouTube, Netflix, gaming, and casual media consumption, the experience is genuinely enjoyable. Now let's talk about performance, because this is where Motorola phones used to feel inconsistent. Good hardware, but sometimes unstable optimization. That's not the case here. The Edge 70 Pro is powered by the MediaTek Dimensity 8500 Extreme chipset paired with 12 gigabytes of RAM. And honestly, it feels fast. Not benchmark fast, real-life fast. Apps open instantly. Multitasking feels effortless. Switching between Chrome tabs, Spotify, Maps, social apps, and background tasks happen smoothly. And importantly, the phone remains stable while doing it. That stability matters more than people think, because anyone can optimize for short bursts. What matters is sustained performance. And during my time using the phone, it stayed consistent. Gaming performance is also surprisingly strong. I tested heavier games like Genshin Impact and Warzone Mobile, and the phone handled them comfortably. Frame rates remain stable. touch response felt responsive, and thermals stayed controlled even during longer sessions. That last part impressed me the most, because slim phones usually struggle with heat, but Motorola's cooling system clearly does its job well here. If you continue watching the video until now, you are a very nice person. Thanks to you, my friend. The Edge 70 Pro comes with Hello UI based on Android 16 out of the box, and this is the smoothest that Hello UI has ever felt. There are nice, jumpy animations everywhere. Whether I was opening apps or toggling on or off, quick settings. Even the camera app has improved with better animations and transitions when zooming in and out or switching lenses. This is exactly what I have been wanting from the company for years, and they seem to have finally delivered. The UI experience is also clean, as I didn't find any unwanted bloatware, except for Facebook and LinkedIn, which I quickly uninstalled. There's also the classic chop for flash, and pressing the button on the left brings up the AI assistant to remember or take notes, like with most AI features. I have a bit of battery anxiety. If my phone hits 20%, I start to panic. The Edge 70 Pro has largely cured me of this. It packs a 6,500 mAh battery that easily lasted me through a full day of heavy use, with about 25% left by bedtime. This is not at all bad and should easily get you through a busy day of work. The saving grace here was the 90-watt adapter that charged the phone in a flash, going from 0 to 100% in just about an hour. The device also supports wireless and reverse charging. The Edge 70 Pro sports a triple camera setup comprising a 50-megapixel primary sensor, a 50-megapixel telephoto, and a 50-megapixel ultra-wide sensor. Up front, it sports a 50-megapixel shooter for selfies and video calling. The video recording is capped at 4K with 30 frames. The main camera is a bit of an upgrade to the Sony LYT710 in terms of sensor. It's clearly an improvement as it takes stunning daylight photos with lots of details and excellent dynamic range without blowing out the exposure. But the colors are quite boosted and look almost artificial. It also does wonders at night, shooting well-lit photos with ample details and clarity in the shadows. The colors are on the saturated side, though. It also doesn't overexpose light sources, keeping everything consistent throughout the shots. The ultra-wide lens also delivered some exceptional photos. Its main advantage is its higher resolution, which allows it to capture grand-scale photos with a lot of detail. The results turned out so good that I found myself using the ultra-wide more than the main camera during the entire Motorola Edge 70 Pro review period. The ultra-wide also doubles as a macro camera that can shoot some crisp, close-up photos. There's another 50-megapixel lens for selfies, and the results from it were very impressive. The skin tones look natural, and the post-processing does not over-smoothen the face. You also get good portrait images, although it does struggle with edge detection from time to time. This is something I would love Motorola to improve moving forward. As for videos, it can shoot 4K at 30 frames from all lenses. Yes, you read it right. This means that there's no compromise in video quality, no matter which lens you decide to record from. In the end, so, should you buy the Motorola Edge 70 Pro? Honestly, yeah. This feels like Motorola finally understanding the modern flagship market, not by copying everyone else, but by focusing on balance. Comfortable design, beautiful display, reliable performance, strong battery, and enjoyable cameras. It's not trying to dominate with one extreme feature. Instead, it focuses on making the entire experience enjoyable. And honestly, that's probably the smartest thing Motorola could have done. If you enjoy calm, experience-driven reviews like this, consider subscribing. More phones, more laptops, and more honest tech coverage are on the way. And let me know in the comments. Would you choose the Motorola Edge 70 Pro over a Galaxy or Pixel at the same price? Thanks for watching, and goodbye.